Welcome back to Folktales of Africa. Here, we bring to life the ancient tales that echo through our villages. Each story carries the heartbeat of the motherland, rich with lessons, laughter, and mystery. So sit back, open your heart, and journey with us into the soul of Africa. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we keep the legacy alive. Title: The Ayo Game of Love. An Igbo folktale from eastern Nigeria. Passed down by an old villager who witnessed the events. I still remember the day the prince of Umuaka dropped his Ayo seeds and forgot the game, because love, real love, had entered the field. That day, two kingdoms that hated each other found themselves at the edge of change, all because of a girl with eyes like morning dew. Act 1: The Rival Villages. Scene 1. Dawn over Umuaka village. In the old days, when I was still a young man, the villages of Umuaka and Obodo were like two lions sharing one forest. They fought over land, over palm trees, over who had the stronger masquerade. Their kings were bitter enemies, Eze Obika of Umuaka and Eze Nwokoye of Obodo. No festival passed without insults flying between them like arrows. Act 2: The Ayo Game. Scene 2. The Royal Square of Umuaka. Every year, Umuaka held a grand Ayo championship. Men, old and young, came to test their wisdom. That year, the prince himself, Obinna, tall, proud, with beads on his neck, joined the game. The sun was hot, the crowd shouted, and the game began. Obinna's hands were quick like lightning, the Ayo seeds danced between the holes of the wooden board. Then it happened. A wind blew dust into the field, and when he lifted his eyes, he saw her. A girl standing near the market road, wrapped in a bright red geli, coral beads on her neck, as like the compass of the river after rain. Act 3: The First Meeting. Scene 3. The market road. Obinna forgot the game. He just stared. Even when the drum stopped, he didn't notice. He followed her quietly as she walked away with her maid. He stopped her near the palm grove. "Princess," he said, his voice low. "I don't know your name, but my heart just learned your face." She laughed softly, like wind on water. "I am Adaeze, daughter of Eze Nwokoye of Obodo." The name hit him like thunder. His smile faded. That was the name of his father's enemy. Act 4: Love Blossoms in Secret. Scene 4. The Hidden Grove by the River. But love does not hear the sound of war drums. Every evening, they met at the old udu tree by the river that separated the two villages. They shared stories, laughter, even songs. Obinna taught her Ayo, she taught him the Nkita dance of Obodo. Some nights, they talked about peace, how their fathers could one day shake hands again. But secrets do not hide forever. Act 5: Discovery and Betrayal. Scene 5. Umuaka Palace Courtyard. One night, a palace guard followed the prince. He saw them at the river, laughing, touching hands. By morning, the story had flown across Umuaka like harmattan fire. Eze Obika called his son before the council. "You bring shame to your bloodline. he roared. That girl's father spilled your grandfather's blood. The prince bowed. Father, her heart is not your war. She is peace. But the king's face was hard. If I ever see you near her again, you will lose your right to this throne. Across the river, Adaeze faced the same storm. Her father shouted, "Have you forgotten who you are? A daughter of Obodo does not kneel before the enemy." She wept but said nothing. Act 6, The War of Hearts. Scene 6. The Forbidden River Meeting. For weeks they stayed apart, but love kept calling. One night, under a full moon, they met again by the river. Obinna brought a white dove in his hands. He said, "If love cannot cross this river, then let peace do it first." He released the dove, it flew across to Adaeze. They held hands and made a vow. "If our fathers bring war, we will bring peace with our own hearts." Act 7, The Father's Confrontation. Scene 7. The Great Market Day. Drums beat, people trading yams and palm oil. Suddenly, royal messengers rush in. The kings met at the market that day. The dove had been found, white feathers stained with red dye, and each thought the other sent it as an insult. Voices rose, machetes flashed, warriors gathered. Then, through the noise, Obinna and Adaeze ran into the market hand in hand. "Stop!" Adaeze cried. "If this dove can cross the river, then why can't we?" The crowd went silent. Act 8, Peace and Union. Scene 8. The two kings face to face. The king stood still. The people watched. Then, slowly, the old men looked at their children, their hands joined, eyes pure, hearts brave. Something melted that day. Eze Nwokoye sighed and said, "Maybe the blood of yesterday has washed away." Eze Obika nodded. "Let this be the end of hate." That day, the two kings broke kola nut together for the first time in 50 years. Act 9, The Wedding of Peace. Scene 9. Palace courtyard of Umuaka. Drums, dancing, laughter. Both villages gathered as one. The wedding joined more than two hearts, it joined two lands. The people called it the Year of Love, because it all began from a game meant to test wisdom. The prince and princess danced barefoot on the red earth while the old men smiled. Even the river seemed to laugh as it flowed that day. Closing scene. Many seasons have passed since that time. I still walk by the river and see the old udu tree where they first met. They say love cannot end wars. But I saw with my own eyes, it can start peace. From a game of ale came a love that taught two kings to play peace. Enjoy this tale. Don't miss the next legend. Subscribe now at Africafolktalesmedia. Watch the full Folktales of Africa series, Folktales of Africa videos. Thanks for watching.